Hello students, let's discuss CAT 2024 LRDI previous year sets, and this is slot 1. So in this one it says two students Amia and Ramya are the only candidates in an election for the position of class representative. Students will vote based on the intensity level of Amia's and Ramya's campaigns and the type of campaigns they run. Each campaign is said to have a level of 1 if it is a state campaign, means a serious campaign, and a level of 2 if it is a vigorous campaign, means a fun loving or attacking campaign. Campaigns can be of two types. They can either focus on issues or on attacking the other candidates. So two different levels of intensity and two different type of campaign, issues and attacking. Next, Amia and Ramya both run campaigns focusing on issues then. So conditions has been given. What are the conditions? So it says the percentage of students voting in the election will be 20 times the sum of levels of campaigning of the two students. For example, if Amia and Ramya both run vigorous campaigns means level 2, okay, then 20 into 2 plus 2, both of them level 2, so 2 plus 2 into 20, which is 80% of the students will vote in the election. Among voting students, the percentage of voting for each candidate will be proportional to the levels of their campaigns. For example, if Amia runs a state or level 1 campaign, while Ramya runs a vigorous campaign or level 2 campaign, then Amia will receive 1/3 of the vote. So level 1 plus level 2 is total 1 plus 2 is 3. Part of Amia is 1, so 1 by 3. And Ramya will receive the other 2 by 3 votes. So what do we need? Is we have Amia and we have Ramya. Now, if we write that what are the possibility, then there will be a level 1. Both of them are running level 1 campaign, or one of them is Amia is running level 1, Ramya is running level 2 campaign. Then Amia is running level 2, Ramya is running level 1 campaign. Amia is running level 2 and Ramya is also running level 2 intensity campaign. So in that case, this is Amia and this is Ramya. Okay. Now it says that if both of them, if Ramya and Ramya both run campaigns focusing on issues, so in that order, Amia and Ramya, let's say Amia on issues, Ramya is also on issues. Then in that case, what will be the percentage share? So total number of votes in this case will be 1 plus 1, 2 into 2, 80%. In this case, 1 plus 2, 60% student will vote. 2 plus 1, 3 into 20, 60% student will vote. And in this case, 2 plus 2, 4 into 20, 80% student will vote. But in this case, both of them are running their campaigns on issues based. Then what will be their share? So in that case, this is not 80, this will be 40%. 1 plus 1 is 2, so this will be 40%. 40% of the total students will vote, out of which, now, what is the share of Amia? This is 1, this is 1. So 1 divided by 1 plus 1. So 1 by 2 means 20% students will vote Amia and 20% will vote Ramya. Similarly, in this case, 1/3 will vote Amia, which is 20%, and the rest will vote Ramya. In this case, it will be 40% students who will vote for Amia and 20% will vote for Ramya. In this case, again, both of them are of level 2. So 2 divided by 4 is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 means 40% will vote for Amia and 40% will vote for Ramya. Now, what are the other possibilities? So can we say that later you will see that the above mentioned percentages change as follows if at least one of them runs a campaign attacking their opponent. So both of them are running their campaign on issues. That's the first case. There will be one case where Amia is running her campaign on attacking her opponent and Ramya is following on issues. Then vice versa. And then both of them are running their campaign on attacking their opponents. So let's write it down. Starting with Amia runs a campaign attacking Ramya. So Amia, Ramya, Amia, Ramya, Amia, Ramya. So attacking, let's write it down as attacking and on issue. Then comes on issue, then attacking, and then both of them are attacking their opponent. Now, what will be the distribution of votes? Let's see. So in the first case, if Amia runs a campaign attacking Ramya and Ramya runs a campaign focusing on issues, then 10% of the students who would have otherwise voted for Amia will vote for Ramya, and another 10% who would have otherwise voted for Amia will not vote at all. What does that mean? So in this case, percentage of students who will vote for Amia is 20%. Percentage of students who will vote for Ramya is 20%. But if Amia is running a campaign on attacking Ramya, then 10% of these students will go to Ramya. So this will become 22%. And 10% more will not vote for Amia. So 20% decrease, so this will become 16% if both of them are running level 1 campaigns. Similarly, in this one, 20% will become 16%, and here I will add 10% from here. 10% of 20% is 2%. So this will become 42%. In this case, again, take the 10% of 40%, add here, so this will become 24%. Remove 20% from here, so this will become 32%. Remove 20% from here, so this will become 32%. Add 10% here, so this will become 44%. Right? Now, what's next? Next, it says if Ramya runs a campaign attacking Amia, that's the second. The third one, and Amia runs a campaign focusing on issues, then 20% of the students who would have otherwise voted for Ramya will vote for Amia, and another 5% who would have otherwise voted for Ramya will not vote at all. That means if Ramya is running a campaign attacking on Amia, then 20% of the students will shift to Amia and 5% will not vote at all. Okay, so there is a 25% deduction in the total votes of Ramya. So let's reduce 25% in each case. So initially it was 20%, remove 25% means 1/4. So this will become 15% here. This will become 30%. 25% of 40% is 10%. So this is 30%. This will again be 15% and this will again be 30%. Now, in case of Amia, 20% of Ramya will be added. So 20% of 20% is 4%. So this will become 24%. In this case, 8, so this will be 28%. In this case, it will be 4% will be added, 44%. And in this case, 8% will be added. So this will become 48%. Now, what's the last part? if both run campaigns attacking each other, then 10% of the students who would have otherwise voted for them had run campaigns focusing on issues will not vote at all. So 10% will decrease in both the cases. So let's remove the 10%. 10% of 20% is 2%. This will be 18%. This will also be 18%. In this case, remove 10% will become 18%, and this will become 36%. In this case, remove 10%, that will give us 36% and 18%. Remove 10%, so 36% and 36%. So we have four different categories. Both issues, Amia running campaign on attacking Ramya, Ramya running campaign on issues, Amia running campaign on issues, Ramya running campaign on attacking Amia. Both of them are running campaign on attacking each other. Now, we should be able to solve the questions very easily now. If both of them run state campaigns, state means level 1. Level 1 campaigns attacking each other. So level 1 campaign attacking each other. Level 1 campaign attacking each other. So this is what we are talking about. Then what percentage of students will vote in the election? So 18 plus 18. What is our answer? 36. This was a theta problem where you need to fill. So what percent? 36. 36%. What is the minimum percentage of students who will vote in the election? Now this was a little bit checking all the values. So if you look quickly, you will see that this value is the least again. So 18 plus 18, 36% will be our answer. So answer is option D. If Amia runs a campaign focusing on issues, then what is the maximum percentage of vote C can get? Amia running on issues. So this one, we can focus on this one, either this one or this one. Where do you see maximum percentage? It says maximum percentage of vote that C can get. So in case of Amia, 20, 20, 40, 40. In case of Amia, running campaign on issues, 24, 28, 44, 48%. So this is maximum, right? So our answer is option B. Question number 17. If Ramya runs a campaign attacking Amia, Ramya runs a campaign attacking Amia, then what is the minimum percentage of votes that C is guaranteed to get? So Ramya attacking. So we are talking about this one. Ramya attacking or this one. Minimum percentage of votes. Let's check 15, 30, 15, 30. 18, 36, 18, 36. So minimum is 15. And there are two such cases. So our answer is option A, which is 15%. Next, question number 18. What is the maximum possible voting margin with which one of the candidates can win? So we need to find the maximum difference. So let's check again. Where do we get the maximum difference? So if you check it quickly, okay, here we are getting 26% difference. Then either it will be level 2, level 1, level 1, level 2, because there is a big difference between those. And then we are getting here, this is 44 minus 15, which is 29%, and that will be maximum difference. Okay. So our answer is option C. So in this question, it was a little bit tricky how to make the table and how to analyze the given data. But once you get all the values, those questions are very easy, right? Now, then comes this question, which is purely DI based. Although in the past few years, if you check CAT previous year questions of LRDI section, you won't find many questions which are on data interpretation properly. There are few questions which are based on, I guess, bar graphs mostly, and some questions are from arithmetic based, but these kind of sets were really few. Now let's check this one. The chart below shows the price data for 7 shares A, B, C, D, E, F, and G as a candlestick plot for a particular day. The vertical axis shows the price of share in rupees. A share whose closing price at the end of the day is more than that its opening price at the start of the day is called bullish share. So it's given in the question what are bullish share, what are bearish share. Otherwise it is called bearish share. Now you can see closing price, opening price, closing price, opening price. So all the green ones are bullish shares and the red ones are bearish shares, because in red ones closing price is lesser than opening price, and in uh, green ones the closing price is greater than opening price, and this is what it says, right? That more than. Then it says all bullish and bearish shares are shown in green and red color respectively. Now, usually in these type of questions, I would like to make a table. I would like to write down all the values like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and there are 4 columns: dailies, high price, days high price, opening price, closing price, days low price. But seeing that level of the questions in this year was a little bit easier than the previous ones, so it will be high scoring. It gives you less time to analyze the question and solve the questions, right? So in that case, if I make this table of 7 into 4, so 28 values, writing those down and solving them, then it will be a little bit time taking. So why not take all the values from graph itself? Because if you check the questions, all the questions are basically based on directly from graph. You don't need to deduce anything before you can solve the question. So question number 19, it says daily share price variability SPV is defined as days high price minus days low price divided by average price of opening and closing prices during the day. Which amongst the shares A, C, D, F, only A, C, D, F, A, C, D, and F had the highest SPV on that day? So let's check it. In case of A, what we need to find? The difference between high and low price divided by average of opening and closing price. So high and low. So the top of candlestick, the bottom of candlestick, 2000 minus 1200, 800 divided by the average price, 2200, 1800, 4000. The average will be 2000. So this is equal to 2 upon 5. Now in case of D, let's check D. Opening price, this is days high price and days low price, 1200, and this will be 300. So 1500 divided by the average of closing and opening price. So this is 1000, this is 500. So 1500 by 2. So one second, let me check the difference here. This is 1200 and this is 300. So the difference, we need to take the difference. So this will be 900. 900 and the sum was 1500 for closing price and opening price. That divided by 2, the average will be 750, which is equal to 6 upon 5. Now in case of F, 2000, 1200, the difference is 800 divided by, this is 1800 and this is 1600, right? In case of F, this is F, right? So 1800 plus 1600, 7200 divide 3400 divided by 2, 7000. This is equal to 8 upon 17. And in case of C, so 1400 and the closing, this is the low will be 800. If there is no stick given, that means the opening price is the lowest, right? So 800 and 1400, the difference is 600 divided by 1200 plus 800, 2000 by 2, so 1000, which is equal to 3 by 5. So which of these has a maximum value? Highest SPV will be for share D, which is 6 by 5. Now, if we have found out these three, if you check the next question, it says SPV is defined as, again the same thing, how many shares had an SPV greater than 0.5 on that day. So again, we already have 4 of them. So we can find the rest of them. What are those? So we can take B, then we can take E, and then we can take G. Now in each of these cases, what will be the SPV? Let's check. In case of B, 2000 is the day's high and 1400 is low. So the difference will be 600 divided by 2000 is opening price and 1700 is closing price. So total 2000 and 1700, it's 3700 by 2, so 1850, right? Then comes E. In case of E, what do we see? So days high is 1400, days low is 1100. The difference is 300. So opening price is 1300, closing price is 1100. Total is 2400 divided by 2, so 1200. Now if we check for G, opening is 1900, sorry, days high is 1900 and this is 1000. The difference is 900 divided by the opening price is 1200, the closing price is 1700. 1200, 1700, 2900 divided by 2, so 1450. Okay, now in case of B, let me check if I did any mistake, because this is 2000, 1700. Yeah, all okay. So see, in this case, we can simply say which of these values is greater than 1 by 2. It's not A, surely D. F, 17 by 2 is 8.5, not F. C, 3 by 5 is greater than half, not this one. Surely this one, right? Now, so we are getting, now in case of A, let me check once again, days high and days low. So 2400, 1200. So 1200 is the difference. And this is, okay, this is 1200. In case of A, this was not 800, this was 1200. So this will be 3 by 5. So A is also there. In case of A also, the SPV is greater than half. So A, B, D and G, or A, D, C, G. These are the 4 shares for which SPV greater than 0.5 that day. All right. Now, next one, it says daily loss for a share is defined as opening price minus closing price divided by opening price. Which among the shares A, B, F, G had the highest daily loss on that day? So in case of B, B is a bearish share. So opening price is 2000, closing price is 1700. So the difference is 300 divided by the opening price, which is 2000. Right? Now in case of F, the opening price is 1800 and the closing price is 1600. So the difference is 200 divided by opening price, which is 1800. Now in case of G, G has opening price lesser than this, right? So this will be a negative value. So there is no loss here. So this is cancelled. Option A, option D is A. So opening is 2200, closing is 1800. So the difference is 400 divided by 2200. Now it says highest daily loss. So in fraction, this is 3 by 20, this is 1 by 9, and this one is 2 upon 11. Which one is bigger? So 3 by 20 is 0.15. 1 by 9 is 0.11. 2 by 11 is 18.18. So option D, share A had the highest daily loss on that day. Then comes question number 22. What would have been the percentage wealth gain for a trader who bought equal numbers of all bullish shares at opening price and sold them at their day's high? Equal number of shares. So we can take one share each. So what are those bullish shares? So they are C, they are D and G. These are the bullish shares, right? Bullish shares, where the closing price is greater than the opening price. So what we need to find, that what was the wealth gain, who bought equal number of bullish shares. So what will be their cost price? So in each case, I will take only the opening price. So this is 800, this is 500 and 1200. 800, 500 and 1200. This is equal to 2500. And what will be the total selling price by selling all these shares on day's high? So in case of C, day's high is 1400. In case of D, day's high is 1200. And here it's 1900. So 1400 and then 1200 and then 1900, which gives us 4500. So what is the wealth gain? How do we find wealth gain, percentage wealth gain? So the difference is the profit, okay, is equal to, the difference is 2000. So percentage, what is the required percentage? 2000 divided by 2500 into 100. So this is 5 into 4, this is 5 into 5, then 20, we get 80%. So our answer is option A, right? So as you can see, in this question, all the values were very direct. So you don't need to make a table and waste your time in this type. Although it's advisable that if set is a little bit tricky, you can make a table, take all the data there and then solve it. So I hope you enjoyed all these solutions and learned how to tackle these type of sets. Thank you.